What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I just want to jump in and mainly have this video be talking about some of the concerns I see with this game. Now, you could be saying, my God, you're going to start off, talking about this game first time we ever see it by going a little negative on it. I really do. I definitely want to talk more about the positives, some things I'm looking forward to, and we will do that in other videos. But there's some things that very, very much concern me with a game like this. Now, again, as I've said in past videos, if you guys have positive opinions on it, totally respect that. That's awesome. You guys have negative opinions. That's totally awesome. I respect that. I hope this can be a place, a channel where you guys can come and you can feel welcome, right? Where I'm not going to look down at you for like having a different opinion than me, okay? I know a lot of other people don't necessarily do that, but I want to. Here's what I'll say. I mean, I do like a lot of what we saw with the trailer, and I will also say that it's way too early to really talk about, okay, well, the game, the gameplay is going to be terrible, and these characters are awful and stuff. I mean, it's too early to say one way or the other. I know I went more negative there, but too early to say. Here's the main things that very much concern me. One is the release date being 2022. Yeah, we've heard that could have been possible. I still thought it could be 2021. I don't even want to think about how far out the Harry Potter game is, honestly, after this, because that is so... Honestly, we could get this game 7 years after Arkham Knight by the time it comes out. So, a very, very long time away. They've been working on it for a couple of years now. So, yeah, a little concerning that it's so far. My biggest concern is this. It's tied to the Arkham. It's actually in the Arkham universe. Now, that is massive. That is cool in a lot of ways, and it's also, again, alarming in some ways. The first of way, and I saw people say this, Deadshot is white in the Batman Arkham games. Now he is not. So, you could make that whatever you want. I'm not going to, harp on it too long, other than kind of leave it there and say, like, all right, automatically there's some very confusing things going on there. Secondly is really, we can only talk about what we've heard about this, okay? So being in the Arkham world, the question is, okay, so did Batman actually survive the ending of Arkham Knight? This has got to be, I would assume, after Arkham Knight. It doesn't have to be, but I would just assume. We'll have to see how that all plays out. Obviously, it looks like the Justice League is, as we all kind of predicted, controlled, right? Whether it's Brainiac, whether it's something else, definitely they're being controlled, okay? So we have that. That's exciting, but the fact that this is taking place in the Arkham world, well, there's a big worry with me there, and it's that rumor had it Gotham Knights was supposed to kickstart this new DC universe, right? In fact, we've been saying it since the very beginning. Now, funny enough, we did talk about, right, there was the theory, is this game an Arkham game? This is the final game in the Arkham universe. You know what? We were right. Anybody who thought that, we were all right. I mean, I guess if you actually believe that, and that's okay. That's, again, cool because we get to see the Justice League. It sounds like we're going to see more than just Superman, right? Sounds like Flash is going to be a part of it too. But at the same time, again, that's kind of weird. They can't leave the Arkham world behind, and now we're going to have Gotham Knights, who people already, they are not fully on board, right? I'm not speaking for the group, but I think I can read the room and say not everybody is on board with Gotham Knights. And now we have this game saying, okay, well, they're going to do that. They're going to make their own universe, which we should probably be part of. And in fact, we're going to come out after it, but we're going to take place in the old one. That's actually the word. And again, if you guys like that, totally cool. Maybe pay no attention to this part of the video. Again, it's fine. They can do whatever they want. But at the end of the day, Gotham Knights, say, comes out, early next year. And then a full year later, you would expect the next DC game to take place in the new DC universe. Instead, the game that takes place in 2022, or that comes out in 2022, a year after Gotham Knights, is not set in that universe, but set in the universe that supposedly ended at that time 7 years ago, back in 2015. Do you know what, does that sound bad? Does that sound like a bad thing? I think it does. I honestly think that sounds like a really, really bad thing. If nothing more than just, I don't know, it just sounds like, the planning of it doesn't really make a lot of sense. One final or kind of grouping of concern to just kind of move this video on is the way they talked about the game. Now, again, I'm very, very, again, look at the other videos on the channel. I'm very willing to give games a chance. I'm obviously, very willing to give this game, probably in particular, a chance. But you can play this game all the way single player, or you can play this game cooperatively with up to 4 people. Now, if you don't have people to play online with, they will fill them with bots. Now, I will tell you right now, I'm not in love with the idea. Right now, we have Gotham Knights, which is basically a drop-in, drop-out co-op. 2 players, maximum of 2 players at any given time. You can play it all by yourself, or you can play with up to 1 other person online, okay? So you can do that. And then the next game we get is also same thing. 1 player, up to 4 players. they said that you can swap in and out, that you can be playing as Deadshot and then swap right into Harley and be doing that. So maybe like a GTA kind of thing, it seems like. Or not even like a GTA, because literally can you just like switch avatars, like switch the players you're playing as. And again, the other players are going to be, occupied by bots. Again, I don't know. Both those games are not exactly games directly. They're not the games directly down my alley. Does that mean that I'm not going to support them? Does that mean I'm not going to like them? No. Obviously, I'm going to give them, as many chances as possible. But I don't know. It just automatically is not starting off on the best footing. I do want to be able to play with others, and trust me, by 2021, 2022, as long as this channel is still standing, all that stuff, as we continue to get bigger, I mean, it's going to be awesome, not just for me, but the other, channels out there that cover this stuff. To be able to play with you guys for any of these games, by the way, is an awesome thing, okay? In fact, it can maybe even save a game, like we've seen with the Avengers beta. The Avengers beta is infinitely more fun playing it with people than without. But honestly, that's kind of my worry, because if this game is like that, and it's, say, not fun to play by yourself, that is very, very disappointing to someone like me. As I've said, if you don't agree with that, that's totally cool. I absolutely respect that. But my play style, I'm kind of a loner. I kind of play by myself. I like playing single-player games. I enjoy that. That's actually the kind of games I would prefer. So again, and I've said this before, Suicide Squad game, a Suicide Squad against the Justice League game, this is kind of a game I would like to play. I want it not like the Arkham games. I mean, obviously, they're fully allowed to do their own thing and branch off and try different things. But, like, you know what I mean? Like a single-player experience, a story-driven experience. And I don't know if we're going to get that. Now, they didn't talk about the gameplay, but honestly, I can totally envision it being a lot like Gotham Knights. Levels, ranks, RPG mechanics, stuff like that. Again, is that bad? No, not necessarily. Lots of games do it. Some games do it very, very good. Okay, I'm not saying I'm anti that. I'm not saying I don't want that. But, I mean, for a game like this, it's questionable. It's absolutely questionable. And then, if the game is, which it already sounds like, very close to Gotham Knights, then, like, at the same, like, it's trying to be kind of a companion game to it, and yet it's taking place in the Arkham world, which was, 7 years that we finished at the time. So I don't know. Very, very strange. I'm not saying I don't like it. To be honest with you, I kind of liked the trailer. I liked the lightheartedness. We know that this game is going to have a lot of comedy. It's going to be lighthearted. There's only 4 playable. I mean, this is it. Actually, that could be another thing. If we're talking about disappointments, if we're talking about concerns, everybody kind of lists off who they want in the Suicide Squad. Well, we got the 4 members. So if you are not happy with those 4 members, which honestly I would have preferred maybe a couple of them to switch out. I don't really need Captain Boomerang on my team. Harley's fine. King Shark is fine, right? That's somebody that I said. Deadshot, people are going to be really mad that Deathstroke isn't there. People are going to be, for me, like a Killer Frost or something like that. That would have been really fun. There's a lot of missing characters, and they're limiting you to 4. Okay, 4 characters. And again, you play as 1. The other 3 are either online, or if you don't have that, they're going to be filled in with bots. Final things is 2022 and next gen only. PS5, Xbox Series X, PC. I don't think a Warner Bros. Sale, by the way, would change something like that for a game this far in development, but there you go. Next gen only. So Gotham Knights, you'll be able to play cross-gen. Nobody needs to really lose out on that. However, this game and future DC games afterwards, only next gen. So obviously, a lot of things to be very again, am I disappointed? I mean, I guess you could say that. I would probably consider myself disappointed. Could you consider me concerned? I think that's the best word. I think concerned is the best word. I'm very concerned about this game. Does that mean I'm not going to give it a chance? No. Does that mean I'll never say anything positive about it? No. I think Harley is awesome. Is that Tara Strong? I feel like it is. She does a great job. I mean, again, Deadshot is the wrong race, but we're just going to kind of move past that. I think this game, I'm not saying the game isn't going to be good. I'm not saying the game is guaranteed to be bad. I think this game can be very, very solid. And again, talking about the gameplay, talking about the story beats, if the Batman's going to be in it, what you're going to do with the Justice League, all this stuff. I mean, firstly, they are all definitely candidates to die now. I mean, they can all die because it's basically a universe, the Arkham universe, that's abandoned. So this could be the last game. It probably will be. They could kill all of them off. No big deal. However, would that be a big deal to us fans? I think so. I think if you're going to end the Arkham universe and you're just going to have us as these 4 members of the Suicide Squad murder all of the Justice League when Will Arnett and everybody else is actually even making fun of how that's even possible, right? People were even saying, like, do you have, like, the bulletproof vest and all that stuff? And it's like, will you throw a boomerang? You're going to take Superman down? So they're even making fun of them. The question is, will they actually do it? Now, it sounds like from the audio, they may not. they may not actually end up doing it. It very much seems like they don't care about what Waller actually wants them to do. They're only doing it because, just like the movie, or just like many comic beats, they have the chip in them, or they'll die if they don't do it. So we'll have to see how the story goes. Again, does not mean that there's nothing positive to say. We'll talk about it more definitely in more videos. This is just the beginning, and honestly, I'm not going to cover this game daily. I may not even cover this game every few days. The game is coming out, honestly, probably another 2 years. I don't think obviously it could go even longer. It could go into fall of 2022. We could be waiting even longer than 2 years to play this game. There will be plenty of time to criticize, attack, compliment, enjoy, all those words. There'll be plenty of time for that, okay? So guys, let me know. What'd you think? What do you think about the very first trailer for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? Do you agree with my concerns? Do you think there's anything positive here to see? Let me know your thoughts. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next video.